welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam, and if you're new, welcome to the new shelf setup. I won't always be filming in this corner anymore because I have more shelves to film in front of, but I have this empty shelf right now, and it only makes sense that I fill it with some things. I don't know, maybe some books? I have a lot to unbox. So I went a little crazy, specifically with book of the month. Everything else, subscription, is normal. But I did go a little ham on book of the month because I had the free book, and then I had like 2 credits, and then I only bought one. So that's what happened to me. But hello, my name is Sam. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I just had a birthday. So this is like my little birthday treat to myself, my little present. Especially since I'm not quite on a like low buy, no buy book ban or anything of the sorts this year. But I am trying to, you know, shift as much with the same of the internet of just trying to consume a little bit less, trying to read a little bit more from my shelves. But the one thing, the big caveat to my life is I'm not canceling any book subscriptions unless I ultimately have to. And so far, they've been going pretty good for me. The only one that's like really on the potential chopping block would be Evernight, because owlcrate has just released their new quarterly, quarterly subscriptions for horror and romantasy, from the ones that I picked at least. There's also sci-fi and romance. So if I prefer the owlcrate horror over illumicrate's Evernight, I will be canceling because I don't need all of them, and unfortunately they just like aren't good to me. I am working my little butt off, and so having as many subscription boxes as I do is my little light, my little treat. And so we're gonna keep it up for as long as I possibly can. But because it's been, okay, no, it's not my fault. Because Fairyloot took so long to send their young adult box to me, I have Aardvark and Book of the Month to also open with you guys. So this one might be a bit longer than the usual, so get a snack, put me on in the background, fold your laundry, do your thing, and let's see what kind of books I've got going on this month. These are all from January picks, except for the Aardvark and Book of the Month, which were February, because that's not confusing, I'm sure. I think Aardvark is a really nice little subscription. I really enjoy Aardvark. I don't always get things from them. I do have a large collection of credits, if you will. I love the feel of their books, so I'm gonna keep it. They're just buttery smooth. Look at the colors. It's so great. Anyways, this is Hungerstone, which is described as a rich and daring reimagining that brings the beating heart of Carmilla to life again. Hungerstone is a delicious tribute to the inherent horrors of womanhood and the desperate and exquisite vulgarity of desire. I am so excited. This is going to be like the it vampire book, I think, for the girls this year. So I'm very excited to have this. She's just so frickin' pretty. So I'm so happy to have this. She's gonna look great on my shelves somewhere. I will hopefully be reading this ASAP this year. Like, I don't know when, I don't have plans necessarily for this yet, but I'm just so excited about her. She's so pretty. And then, like I said, I did a little bit of damage. Like, look at the size of this box. I did some damage. Guaranteed climax every time. Oh my god, scandalous. Okay, so the first book that I decided to pick up was The Kingdom of Claw, the Ashen series, book 2 by Demi Winters. Have I read the first book? Simply, of course not. Why would I do such a thing? They're so chunky. I think I might have the audiobook on Audible. I think they're Audible exclusives, which is fine. So I will be getting to these, I think, this year. So if you're unfamiliar with Book of the Month, it's a subscription, non-sponsored. I just enjoyed their product. They're raising their prices for the first time, so now books will be, I think, $16.99, and the add-ons will be $11.99. And one of the cool things that Book of the Month does every year is they have like little badges that you can collect, and you can participate in like the reading challenge of reading your Book of the Month books to kind of inspire you. Last year we got a hat. The year before that, I think it was like a dagger. I don't know what the prize was for getting 30 books read, but there's a 15 goal mark and there's a 30 book goal mark. I tried and reached the 15. I have 9 possible books, including the 4 that I got. I have 9 possible Book of the Month books to include in this year's tally, which means I have to buy 5 books, which sucks for me. I've read 1. That's the math. So I'm happy to have these. I apparently need to buy 5 more throughout the year, which I think is possible, but this was the first pick. Love the cover. She's so pretty. The next pick I have is The Bogwife by Kay Quanister. Again, beautiful covers. Covers doing it for me. I don't really know what this is about, but I know it's horror, and it's short, and I've been seeing it and wanting to read it for a little while. And I don't think there's oh, it's damaged. There's a little tear. Was saying that I don't think there's an audiobook because I can only get the ebook from Libby. So I figured I would just, you know, take the opportunity of getting free books and pick up a copy of this instead, since I'll have to read it with my eyeballs anyway. The next pick was my birthday pick. Watermoon by Samantha Soto Yambao. And everybody has been reading this. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I do typically enjoy the more magical realism, grief, I guess, stories that really like hit hard. Before the Coffee Gets Cold, The Kitten, The Curious Kitten at the Chobini, I wish I remembered book title names better, The Kitchen, just things like that I do enjoy. A woman inherits a pawn shop where you can sell your regrets and then embarks on a magical journey when a charming young physicist wanders into the shop in this dreamlike and enchanting fantasy novel. I haven't seen a whole lot of people review this. I think I've seen 2 people, one who really liked it and the other who thought it was like slow and boring. So we will see where I land. I'm happy to finally have some purple. And then the last book, the pick that I had to get the other options, was Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. I don't know what this is about. Obviously it's a thriller, and I'm hoping that this will kind of give The Last Word by Taylor Adams or The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz, both good books. So I'm hoping it kind of falls in line. I love the texture of this one. The other ones are just like smooth, but this one's got like a rougher texture. I like it. Okay, so those are the book subscription picks that I got for myself that I am excited about. I'll be honest, I am pretty excited. Okay, so I maybe should have been prepared for this. I should have known, I should have suspected, but here we are. So I try to avoid spoilers. I don't like, you know, searching what books are going to come in each month, although I know financially it would be more reasonable if I do skip books that I know are going to be duplicates or like I'm super not interested in. But they're pretty, and so it's like, how can you even like complain and compare? Especially because I donate these books. I don't sell them on Pango to make profits back. Like I know I could. I'm sure people would love that. I might in the future, but as of now it's just like they go in a little box and I donate to little free libraries, and it's a very special treat for anyone who comes across them. Here we have Watermoon. I guess I can read to you what it's about now. But this is a very simple, classic, pretty edition. I think it's stunning. I think this is worthy of a face out if I was gonna do one. Oh, okay. A different vibe, but we've got the inside, which I think is very stunning. We've got a cute little letter, and it's signed. So it's the same art on both sides, which is fine. It's definitely got like an anime style to it, which I think is interesting. And then we've got the naked hardback. This is seriously so soft. It feels so nice. So that's what that all looks like. And then we've got the reversible dust jacket, which is pretty. I like the color palette a lot. So the author flap says that Samantha is Filipino, and this is her 5th novel, which is interesting because this is the first time I'm hearing about her. So let me read to you what this is about. On a back street in Tokyo lies a pawn shop, but not everyone can find it. Most will see a cozy ramen restaurant, and only the chosen ones, those who are lost, will find a place to pawn their life choices and deepest regret. Hana Ishikawa wakes on her first morning as the pawn shop's new owner to find it ransacked, the shop's most precious acquisition stolen, her father missing. And then into this shop stumbles a charming stranger, quite unlike other customers, for he offers help instead of seeking it. Together they must journey through a magical world to find Hannah's father and the stolen choice. By way of rain puddles, rides on paper cranes, the bridge between midnight and morning, and the night market and the clouds. But as they get closer to the truth, Hannah must reveal a secret of her own and risk making a choice that she will never be able to take back. Ooh, okay, so this has a little bit more higher stakes than I was thinking. I thought it was going to be like pretty cozy, but you know, a missing father rescue mission does sound higher stakes. I'm excited. I think this is a really pretty edition. I hope that I love this, seeing as I now have 2 pretty copies. And now we can jump into the young adult box, which has all the goodies. I'm gonna be real honest. You guys see the edited version of these, but oh boy, is the dyslexia rough today. So I'm gonna have a tough time editing this because words are just not correct today. It's a struggle. The first thing that I'm seeing is the Marshall Emperor, which is a candle, I presume. Oh, this smells so nice. It's cardamom and vanilla. I can't describe scents to you. I simply couldn't do it. It kind of smells like a nice sweater. I love the vanilla notes. I am not sure. Hopefully there's a spoiler card. They haven't been sending them out lately, so I'm just unsure. The next thing that I'm seeing is Romantasy Fanatic Sticker Pack. 20 vinyl stickers, perfect for decorating your e-reader, laptop, or water bottle. I hope that these were commissioned by an artist and not just like bought, but they do look a little bit basic. The next thing is the new pin collection. I'm so excited. Enchanted elixirs. Ooh. I did not love last year's, so hopefully this year's will be good. Oh, I love it. No, this is great. Oh, so cute. So this is based on A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. Oh, I love. No, I'm obsessed with this though. I think this is so cute. Way better. Okay, the next thing is the Royal Drinkware Collection. This one is inspired by Legendborn, and the artist is Off the Hook Studios. I almost bought Legendborn recently, but I probably want it in hardback rather than paper. Oh, cute. This is a very cute design. It's very simple. The inside says, "You are my king now, Carried? Carriod?" I'm sorry. I am excited to get to this book eventually, and now I have a cute little mug that I can drink out. I do like these mugs. I like that they're stackable. I think that's a nice little gimmick, if you will. But my biggest issue is like, it's so small that it's not like the most like nice to hold cup because of that reason. But it's still a nice design. Oh my god. Best day ever? It's a beanie! Oh my gosh! Ah, I'm obsessed. Okay, I love beanies. Fun fact, they're kind of the only hats that I will wear. Odds in your favorite beanie. Is this Hunger Games then? I'll be so honest with you, I haven't read Hunger Games. I have seen the movies, I am like caught up on the lore, but I don't recall the flower symbolism. And that might just be my lack of like memory, because I'm not like the world's biggest fan, but like, still cool. Still like it. I like that it's a simple enough design that you can wear it out and about and it's not like obvious or weird, but it's still one of those things where it won't go with every outfit, you know? But I'm excited for it. Okay, and then we have the book, which is the Scorpion Queen by Mina Fears. This might be one of those instances where I see the original cover and I go, oh yeah, that book, I've seen that before. But at this current moment, it's not ringing a bell. But she is very pretty. She's also pretty thin, which I do appreciate. I like the design. The back says, I gotta get the right lighting reflection. You are going to be different here. Braver, bolder, the sort of person willing to bend the rules to get what she wants. Okay, and then we got a nice little Scorpio. Oh, and a little bird. I'm not really familiar with my birds, but cute. Okay, and then we just got like a classic design for the end papers, but like nice foil. I like it, I like it. This is set in 1359, says the first page. Okay, and then we've got a letter and signature page, of course, and then really quick, reverse dust jacket art. I always love seeing like the different color palettes that they'll do for the art. It's so pretty. So this is a debut novel. That's exciting. Let's figure out what this is together. Deep within the imperial palace of Timbuktu, Aminata has suffered a devastating loss. The daughter of a precarious salt merchant, Amy finds her life is cruelly overturned in a matter of months. At 16, she is disinherited, framed for a scandalous crime, and forced to serve Princess Mariama of Mali. Mariama's father, Emperor Soliman, has created a series of impossible trials for his daughter's suitors. When they fail, he publicly boils them alive, littering Mariama's path to marriage with 99 corpses. At first, Amy's life at court is drudgery. The chores are difficult, the servants despise her, and Princess Mariama is prone to mood swings. But the more she learns about the princess's circumstances, the closer the two girls become. Amy and her intended, Cater, plan to escape Timbuktu and make a new life far away from the shadow of death that has fallen upon the emperor's court. But Amy finds herself increasingly drawn to the princess in ways she doesn't understand. When a mysterious discovery forces her hand, she must choose between fleeing with the boy she loves and helping the princess to end the trials forever. Amy will need to draw all of her strength and courage to make the perilous journey throughout the desert to seek aid of an exiled god in a final desperate attempt to make change to her own destiny. Okay, you know I love a meddling god trope. I have read the synopsis before, so I am familiar with this book. How exciting for me. I'm intrigued with how short it is, and I wonder how much of the trials we'll actually get to see, but I am interested in this for sure. Overall, I would say this is a solid box. This is exactly what you would expect from an owlcrate. Usually the first, like December and January, maybe February, are usually some of like their strongest box with like the items that everybody would want, because a lot of like Christmas subscriptions are happening, and so you get a lot of new gifts given. But overall, I do foresee myself wearing this beanie. I'm getting into scrapbooking more this year, so I'm excited to have stickers to represent it. You can never go wrong with a candle. well and truly. I do hope that beanies keep being a thing. Like, I know I have a good amount and we don't necessarily need more, but I would take more. I'm very excited about this new pin collection, and the mug is nice, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world, you know? You know. I can finally open the very long awaited Fairyloot Young Adult. Eliza texted me probably a week ago and was like, girl, I'm so excited about this. And I was like, I wish I could be excited too. And now finally the moment has come. This month's theme is Unholy Alliance. I did not spoil. I don't want to know, but I'm tempted to spoil. Okay, let's see. First thing I'm seeing is a cute box. A Belladonna trinket box. I very badly need to finish the series. I know that Holly's coming out, I think later this year, so that might be a better time to pick it up. Who knows? This is so precious and fragile. I like it. It's got the little bird and different flowers. I think one of them is wisteria, but it's a very cute little trinket. I don't know what I'm going to store in here. I have to be careful with the things that I put on my desk because cats. So she's pretty. She's very nice quality. Okay, the next thing that I'm seeing is an umbrella. And I'm not going to open it because, one, I don't want to be cursed with bad luck. Cruel is the Light Umbrella, which was designed by Madeline Design. It's like a stained glass. Cruel is the Light by Sophie Clark. Okay, well, I think I can guess the book now. I would love to open this for you. I won't. One, I live in the state of Oregon, which, yes, is super rainy, but we have like this weird culture of not really being umbrella users. You know, you're raised in the cold, so you wear t-shirts and shorts all the time, no matter the weather, and you just don't really pull out an umbrella. But I guess it's good to have on hand for those incredibly rare occasions. But this is the first umbrella that I've owned in probably since elementary school, so it's been a long time, so it's something. The next thing that I'm seeing is Bonesmith Glow in the Dark Pin, designed by A Hollow Hymn. It looks like just a pin to me. I can't tell any parts that are glowing. Maybe it needs to be left in the sun, but she is pretty. I like this design. I do wish that I liked this book more, but it's the one book that I want to reread and give a second chance to. So hopefully I will like it soon. The next thing is a tote bag. Oh, how cute. Is this? Yeah, it's One Dark Window. One of my favorite books from last year. Oh, she's gorgeous. She's so pretty. I love. Oh my god, she zips. Incredible. Revolutionary. No pockets, but I'll take it. She's got a zipper. This will be my new travel tote bag. 5,000%. I am obsessed. You've got, oh my goodness, you've got Elspeth and the Nightmare. Oh, the cards. I love it. The color palette, gorgeous. And then the next things are the tarot cards in this month's collection that were designed by @_Saint Dree. We have Celine as the Five of Pentacles and Jules as the Six of Planet cards from the book Cruel is the Light by Sophie Clark. These are stunning. I love the colors. I love the characters. They look great. I'm excited to see what this book is about. Wow. Wow. Okay, she's pretty. Sophie Clark sounds like a familiar name, but I could be mixing her up. But I'm obsessed with this cover. The sprayed edges. Oh, she's stunning. Okay. They say love conquers all, but can love win a war between demons and exorcists? Or will it just tear them all apart? Huh. Interesting. That's not what I was expecting to read, if you couldn't tell. This is the Naked hardback. She's so frickin' pretty. I'm obsessed. I love the vibe. And then inside, oh, I'm a sucker for character art, truly. It's so pretty. I love them. Okay, we've got a signature page. You can't tell. I'm so washed out. I need to go close my curtain. And then on the other side, more characters. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Wait, why are they all so cute? We're on a journey with lighting today, but that's fine. And then reversible dust jacket. Honestly, I really like it. It's really giving like the angels demons kind of vibe. This is just so pretty. But let's read what this is about. A brutal war between demons and humanity has raged across Europe for over a century. At its heart are two elite soldiers, Celine Elvea, a powerful exorcist trained at the prestigious Vatican Academy, and a foot soldier, Julien Lacroix, unrivaled in battle. When their paths cross, despite initial distrust, then unwelcome attraction, Jules and Celine discover a terrible secret at the heart of the Holy Vatican City. Soon, Jules is forced to question everything he's ever known, including himself. And Celine, unable to ignore her growing feelings for Jules, must make an impossible choice between love and duty. So like he's got to be the demon, right? Or he's got to get possessed. I'm so intrigued. I'm so curious what this means. I think this book is beautiful. I think that the synopsis leaves me kind of wanting a little bit more. It doesn't really say a whole lot. I hope that we get, I mean, she's chunky, so we'll probably get a good amount of world building, but I don't know. It's not saying a lot, and it's kind of reminding me of like a YA version of, oh, what was that book that I read? I read it in a video for funsies, and it's like all about religion and smut, but it kind of gives that vibe. I'm intrigued to see where this goes for sure, but I do like this. I am happy with the visuals of this book. She's absolutely stunning. Definitely takes the cake of my favorite cover so far out of the books that I've gotten, and I am really excited to get to know these characters. Overall, this box was fine. I loved the owlcrate items more, probably because there's just more in general, but also more usable items. I'm not going to use the umbrella. I don't know what I'll do with the trinket dish. I'm sure it'll be something, but I don't leave a lot of stuff on display for cat reasons. I do think this pin is pretty. I don't know if it actually will glow in the dark, so I'm intrigued to see if that pans out. But overall, this bag is the favorite item for this box. I think that I love the quality of the canvas bags. Love that it has a zipper. It's going to be my new travel bag forever. I love this book. I love this world. I love the series, so it makes sense, but I'm very excited to have this tote, even if the other items were like so-so in comparison. Let's jump in to my adult and romantasy fairyloot Cosmic Crown, and this is the Starlight Air by Amelie Howard. She's not the prettiest cover. She's kind of bland. Just a nice design, nothing crazy. The back says the stars have spoken and one of their own awakens. Interesting. I like cosmic books. I have no idea what this little guy is supposed to be. Oh, she smells like paint. This is a better vibe. I think this is a nice vibe. I don't know what this magical creature is yet, but I do like it, and I like the cotton candy colors. And then we've got the character art inside. Looks maybe arranged marriage-y. Letter, signature, and then the other side, oh, so sweet. And then it looks like we have reverse dust jacket, which I might be more into. I think I'm more into this vibe. It's just more colorful, it's just more vibrant than this. I don't know. So let's find out what this is about. A bladesmith blessed by the stars, a prince with a dangerous secret, a god bound in shadows. His Imperial Majesty, King Zarek, requests your presence as his esteemed guest. When the royal invitation arrives at Soraya's forge, she believes nobles might seek her skills as a bladesmith, one of the few who can imbue her work with precious jadoo, the last source of magic in the realm. But she has no qualifications as a potential bride for the crown prince. Still, the invitation is a chance at adventure and the means to finally visit the capital her late mother loved. But what awaits her in Kaldari is nothing she could have imagined, and it is fraught with danger. It's not the crown prince, but his impossibly handsome illegitimate half-brother, Roshan, who draws her interest and her ire. The invitation isn't a quest to find a suitable bride, it's a veiled hunt for the Starkeeper, a girl rumored to hold the magic of the stars in her blood. And across the city, unrest is brewing between the noble houses and the rebel militia. When the rebels carry out a brutal strike, Soraya and Roshan find themselves on the run, trying to deny their simmering attraction, and the knowledge that Soraya herself might be the Starkeeper. But Roshan is guarding secrets of his own, and with no control over the power stirring within her, Soraya has drawn the attention of a dark god, an immortal whose interest might be the biggest threat of all. To save the realm from eternal darkness, she'll have to choose between the truth and the lie, stand and fight, or kneel and die. It does sound actually pretty interesting. I'm surprised by its length for how much political intrigue this is kind of giving. I love meddling gods. I've already mentioned it once in this video, I know. It's one of my favorite tropes that I found last year. It just intrigues me so much. So the, obviously, spoiler alert that like she is probably the Starkeep. She is the thing. I am excited to see like how a dark immortal god is gonna play into this. Is it gonna be a bad love triangle? Is it gonna be a good love triangle? Nobody will know until we read it. But let me know if you read this, what you feel, or if you're interested in this one. I think I'm overall interested in it. Alright, the next theme for the adult is Rift of Realms. And it's Immortal by Sun Tan. I think this is what the gods did not give us, I would take. I don't know if this is set in the same world or if it's like a companion series or what, but God, is she a stunning book. You can't tell me this is not. Absolutely gorgeous. Ugh, I am obsessed. Did I read Daughter of the Moon Goddess? No. Do I want to? Yes. Did I try? Yeah. Have I read it? No. Do I want to? Yes. I tried picking it up once and it just wasn't the right time, so I put it down. My bookmark is literally still in it. But I am excited to attempt the world again. I tried listening to just the audiobook at work. It was too high fantasy for me. I was so confused so early on. So I love the vibes of this. She's so pretty. I'm very excited to see what this one's gonna be about. Got the letter, no signature, which is fair. Oh my goodness, okay. I love when the end papers kind of give us scenes from the book and kind of a more like glimpse into what to expect rather than just like the outside pretty aesthetic vibes. And then we've got the reverse dust jacket. They're so cute. Oh, I'm so excited to see what this is about, which is the right way. Alright, so this says, a deadly betrayal. When Lian ascends the throne of Tynaxia, she vows to end her kingdom's obligation to the fickle immortals who once protected them. A dangerous alliance. She must learn the secrets to protect her people, but to do so, she will have to forge a tenuous alliance with the one she should fear and mistrust the most, the ruthless god of war. A fight for survival. A treacherous attraction ignites, but dark forces are closing in, and to save her people from unspeakable fate, Lian must risk everything, even her heart. That gives me a whole lot of nothing. I don't know what this world is about, I don't know what this book is about, but I know that there is a god of war, which means that a meddling god, right? You're, like, I'm eating right now. My trope is happening and I'm so excited. What is this about though? Like, who are these people? She's gonna be the Empress, and being Empress means that she will hate the Immortals but also team up with the Immortal. I'm just a little confused. I want to know more. I want to know what's going on. Please? I need to pick up this author. Maybe I need to do like a dedicated author vlog to Sulantan because I feel like I'm missing out and I feel like I need to get into the duology, and then I can start this one. Oh, she's so pretty though. This might be next prettiest book. You won't even be able to see her though. But I love the like duo color palette. It's so pretty. That about does it for the Fairyloots. I am excited for all of them. I think, funny enough, the young adult is gonna be the one that I'm most intrigued to pick up sooner than later, but I am overall excited. They all look stunning. The romantasy, hilariously enough, is the one I'm least interested in. And then it's finally time. Evernight. Is this gonna live up to the hype? Is this gonna stick around for the whole year? What does it mean? Who knows? So for any of you who might not know, Evernight is illumicrate's quarterly horror. Okay, so not excited about this one. Oh god, the sound is atrocious. We're already off to a not great start for the year with Evernight. I don't know if this is gonna make it through the year. Illumicrate is the most expensive box out of all of them. It ships from the UK, but so does Fairyloot. You don't get as many items from illumicrate, but you get a mix of adult and young adult sci-fi fantasy. And I do like their picks. I do like some of the items, like a good most of the items. I'd say illumicrate is good. Evernight hasn't been doing it for me. I haven't enjoyed the picks. I haven't liked them. I think they're beautiful books. I think they're stunning editions, but they're not hitting. So this is Bat Eater by Kylie Lee Baker. I am excited to try this one because this is an author that's been on my radar. I really want to read their fantasy books. I have Keeper of the Night on my shelves, but this is a COVID horror and I just don't feel ready enough to be reading COVID books. Like, I'm currently listening to an audiobook and it's mentioning COVID often. It's talking about masks and getting away from people and blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, I lived it and it hasn't been that long, although we should still be promoting like mask wearing and so on. I don't want any of my horror books. I'm sorry, it's too soon for me. It doesn't make the book feel better. Rarely does it actually hit on like social commentary things that I think is important that came out of the pandemic. Often they just talk about like, gotta get away from people, and it's more like an isolation reason, and I don't love it. So we will see how this goes. Again, she's very pretty. I do really like the bat aesthetic. I think it's very cute with like the watercolor. It is cool. I can only have high hopes, right? Like, I can only hope that it's good. Here's the reversible dust jacket. It's definitely an interesting vibe change, but I don't hate it. I do really like this. The naked dust jacket, no, the naked hardback is so pretty and it feels nice. You can tell the glossy parts. It's a good feeling book. And then we've got the inside. I know that this is probably going to say important things that I am excited about, but I just don't know if and when I'll be like, oh, I'm so in the mood for a COVID book. But I am really liking the vibes. I thought that this was going to be short stories, and it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, which does make me a little bit more intrigued rather than like getting 3 short stories about COVID horror. maybe just getting like a fleshed out story that might, you know, talk about a lot of the things that came from COVID. Who knows? Let's find out. Cora Zhang is a crime scene cleaner, but the bloody messes don't bother her. Not when she's already witnessed the most horrific thing possible, her sister being pushed in front of a train. But the killer was never caught, and Cora is still haunted by his last words. Bat Eater. These days, nobody can reach Cora, not her aunt who wants her to prepare for the Hungry Ghost Festival, not her weird colleagues, and especially not the slack-jaw shadow lurking around her doorframe. After all, it can't be real, can it? After a series of unexplained killings in Chinatown, Cora believes that someone might be targeting East Asian women and something might be targeting Cora herself. Soon, she will learn you can't just ignore hungry ghosts. Interesting. I'm definitely excited to give this a try, knowing that it's going to just be one focused story rather than a bunch of short stories. I am still like nervous about like how COVID heavy it might be, or if it's just gonna like talk about the horrible things that came from COVID, especially with like the xenophobia and everything. So I am a little bit more intrigued than I was prior, especially when like I first saw the book come out. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. It's just, again, I don't know when I'm gonna be in the mood for something like this. But to round out the video, let's jump in to illumicrate, see what goodies we've gotten here. Okay, well, I know what the book is going to be. So this month's theme is Fantasy Emporiums, and it's pretty clear by this little booklet what we'll be getting. So the first thing that I'm seeing is Heart Desires Trivet, inspired by Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, of course. You can't have a kitchen item without the cozy king himself. It's kind of underwhelming, but I guess like if you're just going to put your hot things onto it, it's not that big of a deal, but it does definitely give the cozy cafe vibes that I do think is nice. I like the purple. She's fine. I don't have a use for these at this current moment. My kitchen is simply too small for little trinkets like these, but I do think that they're cute, and I can see a lot of people getting use out of them. The next thing that I see is Poison Garden Book Bud Vases. This one is inspired by This Poison Heart by Caitlin Barron. I just finished the sequel. That will be in a video at some point. I don't know my schedule right now, but I just finished the sequel to this duology. They're so small. Oh my gosh. Okay. Very cute, simple little designs. Nothing crazy. I think if it was this tall, like two of them together, I'd probably be a little bit more interested because you could fit like a single flower and they'd be pretty. But these are pretty small, so you'd want smaller flowers to go in them if you even use them for flowers. You'd maybe fit a pen. It's not a 2-pen kind of holder. Interesting design, interesting choice. Not sure how much use I'll get out of these. I don't know. Austin likes to pick flowers in the spring, so it's not like I don't have a use for vases. And the next thing is a Spindrift Tea Room Tea Strainer inspired by A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. I am not a tea drinker, unfortunately, so I don't really have uses for these kinds of things. So it's just like a little tea cup itself. Like, it's a cute design. This was clever. This is a cute design. I do think that this is nice. If you're a tea drinker, I can understand I get the symbolism. It's cute. It's cute. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't drink tea. Wish I did sometimes. It's good for you. But I'm just not, you know, a tea kind of girl. I No Joke was literally thinking today how I need to buy a new blanket for my new desk chair. This is cute. It's gonna be the Midnight Bridge blanket inspired by the Water Moon, which, as we know, I have copies of. So I really hope that I like the book. And I'm gonna be really honest with you guys that even if I knew that both of these were going to do Water Moon, because there's gonna be like other goodies involved, like I still would have gotten it because I would have missed out on a blanket and that would have been sad for me. Oh my god, she's so much bigger than the normal blankets. How am I gonna show this to you though? Okay, where's the top? She's very large, but I hope that you got a vibe from it. At least like the colors. I don't know what this is, but I'm excited to have a blanket. I love blankets, so that's exciting for me. What was I saying? Did I finish my thought process of like, even if I knew there was going to be duplicates, I still probably would want to get the full box experience because I review these boxes. It's not just for me, it's also for the consumer to see like what comes in these boxes, for the nosy people that just want to know, or the people like genuinely thinking about considering picking up one of these boxes and like knowing which is going to be worth their while. So that's why I wouldn't skip typically. But I probably wouldn't have bought the Book of the Month version if I had known I was going to get 2 editions. I don't know what this is, but I'm happy to have it. We don't normally get blankets quite this large, and I do love a big blanket, so that's exciting for me. And then finally, the book, which we already know what it is. We know what it's about. I do think that I saw somebody post this one on Bookstagram. This looks a bit familiar to me, but she's still pretty. Oh, look at that. I will be honest, like, the original cover itself is already so freaking pretty that it's really hard to, like, compare, because this is stunning. The reason I got it is because it's so pretty. Okay, so no reverse dust jacket art, but we've got a beautiful naked hardback. Just such a different vibe, which honestly I feel like this vibe feels a little bit more accurate to what the book is, at least based off the synopsis I read. Wow. Oh, I love the color palette. And then we've got a little letter and signature page. Oh, fun. Very different vibe. But as we know, I am excited about this one. I really hope to enjoy it. I really hope we all enjoy it. I did not think this book was going to get so much hype, which I guess is a bit silly of me because a lot of people have been talking about it. But for whatever reason, I was like, oh, it's like a lesser known hyped book, you know, where people are going to be excited about it, but it's going to be talked about and then kind of forgotten. And maybe just the people who get it from Book of the Month are going to be interested in it. But apparently it's got a lot of hype because 2 different book subscriptions decided to pick it up. And they plan these things like months in advance. So it is always interesting to see like how, like which books are going to get picked months in advance for a book subscription and which ones are really going to have the hype carried around it when they come out versus the lesser known books that come out that you're just like, oh, cool. Well, I wasn't expecting it, but it's fun. But when you expect them or it doesn't feel as shocking, you can sometimes feel a little bit underwhelmed because you're like, oh great, another copy of this thing, or oh great, this really hyped book. When sometimes I love getting unknown books in my subscriptions, but I also love getting known books. So, you know, double-edged sword, who's to say? I flip-flop my opinions constantly, but overall, I think these are really pretty, and I'm really happy with this way too large of a haul. So that's my 11 book haul, which is a little bit more than I, you know, was initially like considering and hoping for. Overall, I think Illumicrate was my least favorite. I think the book is pretty, but the items themselves I don't see myself using as much, which is unfortunate. I do currently have like a box of all of the kitchen items that I get from book subscriptions that I just can't use yet. It will be saved and hopefully used someday in the future, but for now it'll live in a little box and I'll just think about it sometimes. But I do wish that I enjoyed a little bit more of the items. Of course, like, they'll never appease everybody that's a subscriber, especially somebody like me who's like, well, they don't know that I don't drink tea. They're a British company, so it makes sense that they're gonna assume tea drinkers. But, you know, I'm just a hot cocoa kind of girl. But I would say the blanket has to be a standout favorite. I'm gonna hold on to this thing and cuddle with it constantly. I'm gonna go play The Sims and just use this, and I'm gonna edit, and this is gonna keep me comfy and my cat cozy, so it's gonna be a great time. But I'm gonna go. This video has probably been so freaking long unboxing all of these things. I'm sorry if it was a little bit like quicker of reviews of things than normal. It's just mostly because, well, I had a lot more books to go through this time, and so I didn't want to hold you guys here forever. So with that said, I'm gonna stop rambling so you guys can go and I can go, and I hope you guys have a lovely, wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video soon. Bye!